The constant of physics about the transformation of mechanical power into electrical power is the biggest lie in physics and engineering. The physical force applied to rotate the rotor, with an excited source of magnetic field, is the condition for overcoming the magnetic attraction between the cores of the moving rotor and the stationary stator. Mechanical rotation cannot be transformed into electrical energy. Who likes this statement for more than 100 years remains a big question. In the year 1902 of the 20th century, Spanish engineer Clemente Figuera built an electric generator without physically rotating the rotor. The invention was sold for a large sum and hidden by the buyers. The invention turned out to be out of touch with technical progress. In the year 21st century, Dr. Robert Holcomb in the USA creates his alternator using the technology of rotating the magnetic field in the rotor, without physically rotating the rotor armature. Physics operates with a false constant of the phenomenon of induction of electromotive force in a conductor, in systems with closed magnetic circuits. Intersection of the conductor by magnetic lines in alternators at all power plants where the conductor is laid in a groove of the core or wound on cores is simply impossible. All modern alternating current generators operate on the phenomenon of EMF induction, which is caused by a change in the anapole moment of a closed magnetic field in the rotor and stator core. The very first alternating current generator, made by Hippolyte Pixii in 1832 of the 19th century, worked on the same phenomenon. If we consider the movement of the magnetic field in the anchor of a DC motor, the question of the reverse possibility of the process arises. If the anchor is fixed statically, rotating the brushes around the collector lamellas, then the phenomenon of switching on the magnetic poles around the non-rotating armature will appear. All that remains is to insert this anchor into the stator with phase windings. Really simple, and why did it take a century for this simple engineering solution to be noticed? To create such a generator yourself, you will need the appropriate technical knowledge and skills. In any case, you will have to study all this yourself. Technical educational institutions simply do not have this information, it is not beneficial to the system. I conducted my research, prepared a rationale and technical conditions for the design and manufacture of an AC generator without a mechanical rotor. Everything is published in the publication in 3 languages, Ukrainian, English and Spanish. An example is given with the technical parameters of a generator with an output power of 1500 W for a 12-volt DC circuit. I proposed an electrical circuit of the simplest electronic regulator for controlling the rotation of the magnetic field in the anchor without physical rotation. Brushes and a collector are very disadvantageous, but I also indicated how to do this. Link to the presentation of the publication under the video. Everything depends on your decision, capabilities and education. No one will forbid you to do it yourself.